Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, Miss Nurul. My name is Nurul Syazwani Binti Azman. Today I would like to share with you about child marriage in Nigeria. When you see this picture, what is the conclusions that coming into your mind? You might thinking about a daughter who taking picture with her father, right? But you were wrong. The girls on this picture actually named Fatimah was forced by her family to marry a guy that aged 65 years old when she is only 12 years old. So, do you get what is child marriage? Child marriage is defined as a marriage of girl or boy before the age of 18 and refers to both formal marriage and informal unions in which children under the age of 18 live with a partner as if married. Child marriage affect both girls and boys, but it affect girls disproportionately. According to UNICEF, Nigeria has the second largest number of child bride in the world, with at least over 23 million girls married as children. Therefore, today I will discuss about the factor of child marriage that happen on poor country like Nigeria. Second, I will discuss about the effects on child marriage on that country. And lastly, I will discuss about the solutions to the child marriage. I will proceed on factors of child marriage in Nigeria. Child marriage is a common thing in Nigeria, and women mostly were forced to be married at the early age due to several factors. The first factor is lack of education in Nigeria, especially education for women. In Nigeria, girls are not valued as much as boys because they are seen as a burden on their family, and because of that, parents did not send their daughter to schools. Women's education is one of the critical issues in Nigeria. The lack of proper education is a reason why people get their children married at a young age. Many people do not have proper ideas about the post-marriage life the children will have to face and the childbirth complications. Also, due to the lack of education, people tend to hold on to many unhealthy traditional beliefs. According to the Nigeria Demographic and Healthy Survey 2013, while observing national average review, a survey which reflected that 40% female as against 29% men has never attended schools. Reported by UNESCO in 2014 that 17% young women between the age of 15 to 24 in the Northwest have not completed primary school. Another factor is poverty in the country. Sure, most of the young age marriage happen in the poorest area, mainly rural one. We all know that Nigeria is a poor country and most people who live in the rural areas are struggling to survive. Most parents who earn very little to maintain normal life and support a young daughter choose to force a daughter into marriage. Girls suffers from it because they often get married against their will at the age of 10 or even younger. Girls were forced to marry in overcoming poverty in their families. According to Vanguard Press Agency, state that about 110 million Nigerians will stay living below poverty line. Families and sometimes girls themselves believe that marriage will be a solution to secure their futures. For them, giving a daughter in marriage allowed parents to reduce family expenses by ensuring they have one less person to feed, clothe, and educate. There are also cases in Nigeria where the parents sell their daughters to be married. Then, I will move to the effect of child marriage on children in Nigeria. The first effect is early pregnancy. Pregnancy at a very tender age can lead to many complications as a girl's body will not be ready for childbirth. Education will benefit such parents on the very harmful effects of forced early childhood marriage. When this happens, it puts the mother's life at risk. The normal age for pregnancy is at least 18 to 20 years old, and if you get pregnant early, there is a high risk that you will have to deal with health issues. Sometimes it is life-threatening both for the mother and the baby, considering that healthcare in the rural area is not entirely developed. Second is domestic violence. There are a lot of situations when the future husbands and in-laws start blaming the girls for everything after marriage, sometimes even torturing her in a physical way. As we all know, in the age of 10 years old, no girls have been taught how to cook, to family how to take care of husband, eat and clothe. At the age They just know how to take care of herself, and usually at 10 years old, girls are busy studying and all the things still in their parents' responsibilities. The child physiology health is still not strong, and dealing with the complicated adult life can be too difficult to her to handle. Besides, the violence against her can often result in physical and mental trauma. And the last effect of child marriage is illiteracy. Illiteracy means inability to read or write. Therefore, returning to schools can be almost impossible for married girls. Married girls face many partial barriers to education, including household responsibility, forced exclusions from school, and gender norms that keep them at home. Once the girls get married, the parents stops educating her. They believing that she does not need education once she is a wife. This increases the rate of illiteracy among Nigerians and kills so many bright people's potentials. Who knows, maybe they could have played the crucial role in life of Nigeria if only they got a proper education. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about the solutions to prevent child marriage in Nigeria. Many people use the hashtag #ChargeNotBride on social media to show their displeasure and disagreement with the tendency to arrange marriages between children and adults. However, it will take a lot of time to get rid of child marriage, but there are some suggestions for fighting this problem gradually. First is raising awareness about the issues. More people need to know about the problem and attempt to take actions. The rural inhabitants need to be educated more about the consequence that child marriage can cause and about the harm it can do to their children. And the second solution is fighting poverty by providing them more job opportunities. Of course, poverty is the biggest problem in Nigeria, and many people marry their children to strangers because they need money. By providing more job opportunities, they can improve their lifestyle and increase their income so that they will not force their children to get married. And the last solution is making the law stricter. Why the law exists, they are not strict enough. There should be a powerful law against child marriage. For example, government can ban those who want to marry child girls under 18 years old. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. I hope you are enjoy with my speech today.